Hey everybody, this is Mike Dragoon91 here with Canopy Gaming, and this scene that JD, the Minotaur, and I are going to do here is actually from what happens in the dream. So the party basically, Minnow makes a wish, and everybody's like, oh my god, he needs to go to bed right now. Everybody goes to bed, and you guys all basically pile into this tent, and everybody makes each other comfortable and lays down, and everybody from this giant dungeon you guys have been through and all the chaos that has ensued today, you guys all fall fast asleep and leave Skidmark, the body, outside by the castle side where he fell in battle earlier that day. The fireplace is well stoked in the campsite here, and provides plenty of heat from the combined with the day's heat that's trapped in the tent with you guys there. Inside the tent, it's very lavish, very soft. It's kind of like it's bigger on the inside type of tent that you guys kind of see, Harry Potter style, where everybody kind of has their own room essentially. It's very quiet. It's very soothing. There's large beanbag rooms that are very cushy, very delightful. Hammond-Kost, when he traveled to work in a place, he was very much comfortable where he was. So you guys go ahead and find your respective rooms and fall fast asleep. It's then that something happens. You find yourself in just a infinity of darkness all around you, and you can kind of hear in this darkness here kind of like creaking boards, almost as if like underneath your feet. It's just there's not necessarily any light here. At which point you hear somebody strike a match in the darkness, and it's very loud. It's very plain as day. With the light that it produces, you see that you're at the end of a hallway. And where this light is emanating from, this single candlelight that's bouncing off the side of the hallway, you see a door kind of crack open with you hear a voice from behind the door. It says, come on in, make yourself comfortable. We have a lot of things to talk about. This light is very warm and beckoning.
Okay, now being in darkness before, I look down, make sure that I am stood on something solid. Is the path to the door solid?
Yes.
Underfoot?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Cautiously make my way to the door. I don't recognize the surroundings.
Okay. You come to the door, and the door is kind of cocked open, and you can kind of see that this door is in the corner of a room. At which point, it's just what you see as you come around the corner and peek through the door. You're met by a finely dressed man in, oddly, very properly, a tuxedo with white gloves, and he's sitting down at this finely wrought table that's made of a fine type of oak, and there's two seats here. There's one for you there as well, and you see this man, this finely dressed man. He beckons you with his hand. He says, Come sit.
I open the door more firmly, pushing it back against, as far as it goes, against the wall or whatever, and I step in, careful to make sure that I don't scrape the lintel, as I'm aware of my height, and it's normally doorways are a little bit too small for me, so I'm just cautious of it. And
you kind of have to go in sideways, one horn first.
Yeah. I go through, look about.
You feel very safe here in this candlelight.
Okay. I walk over behind this chair that I've been pointed to. Stand behind it with my hands on the back of the chair. Mm-hmm. What is it you wish to speak with me about?
The Minotaur, the myth, the legend. You made quite a big noise, I might add, from a cosmic level. That it's a good thing I got to you first, as opposed to one of my associates. It's at this point he closes what looks to be a compass, a golden compass, and puts it into his pocket, and pats it with his right hand, and he says, I can be understanding, I can be very forgiving, but I'll be frank with you here, Minnow. Can I call you Minnow? Is that okay? Minnow, right?
Yeah.
It's, by proxy, you owe us a pretty big debt at this point here. Your associate, Narek Falkrith, has a outstanding debt, and kind of a ironclad deal, I guess you could say, with us, and we'd like to go ahead and extend our hand, and just sit down and have a quick talk, go over terms, and make an offer, see if you're up for it. I mean, it was either, that, or we can, do things a little bit harder, I guess. But maybe you're just, you're up for hearing me out.
No harm in words, so long as they don't come out of a spell book.
Ah, I see. Now, I'll be very forward with you here. I don't necessarily know specifically what happened, but I can deduce is that I know that the party is definitely responsible, and he kind of puts his nose up into the air and sniffs you, almost as sniffing you from across the room a little bit more. And he says, he goes to say, and I also know that you've also been to the Plane of Mischief as well.
Yeah, I have. Fun place.
So tell me, Minnow, what transpired here that I don't already know?
Gesturing out around him. I just got here myself.
I'm not talking about inside the tent, sweetheart. I'm talking about outside, top of the hill. You don't think I can come across some paladin body outside of the flames? You guys are all just in a tent. There's nobody around. What's going on? I mean, even by the time I got to you guys, the fire was already out. But don't worry. I did you a solid, and I stoked it for you. It's nice and bright now. It'll keep away the wolves.
Not worried about wolves. Let's cut to the chase.
Yes.
What do you want?
Well, it's not what I want necessarily. It's my boss, essentially, is what he wants and what he's owed at this point here, and I'm here to just discuss, so that you're aware of the terms and the timelines in which you have to deliver and sort out the debt of the Mr. Narek Falkreth.
Well, I suggest you talk to him.
Well, we know his presence is not in either this plane or any of the others, as we've heard. That boom that you guys heard, it didn't just originate necessarily here, per se, but it kind of echoed out. And everybody is just, it's crazy. They're just, everybody's in the main chamber, in the ready room, I guess you could say, of Mount Celeste. And I don't think there's a time where I've seen all the 9 hells, pit bosses and all that jazz, all the reigning champions of the 9 hells congregate all in the same room before, but it's quite concerning. And, like I said, it's a good thing I found you first.
Good thing for you. I don't know
yes,
that.
Of course. We can all make out of this, perfectly fine. Long story short here, I have a contract here, and he unfurls his breast pocket, reaches in, and comes out kind of a fairy dust style unraveling of a very old piece of parchment. And he says, our mutual associate here, Mr. Narek Falkreth, he had a deal with us, and that he would provide physical souls as well as religious followers in exchange for a favorable introduction to a vampire of great influence and a way to remove corruption from his father's fork.
Interesting. And how is this of my concern?
Well, by our accounts here, we're not able to get in touch with anybody in any way, shape, or form here, and unfortunately, my boss has taken quite a blow and is not able to attend these meetings here, which has caused some concern as to his legitimacy to his throne. So we need you to share up your debt and now provide all of those souls and bring us back to the current balance before today.
Well, I have no contract with you.
But you do. You see, in the contract, Narek said that anybody who were to either defeat him or, get rid of him in such a way that he was no longer to be able to fulfill that contract, that it would automatically go to them. It was very specific. It's very specific. And by my estimates here, actually, we have a grand number. Changes all the time up until, you did something here. We're at just over, here it is. Religious followers, let's see here, 10 million. There we go. We just need 10 million souls.
Well, technically, I am under the impression that I cannot be forced into a contract against my wishes. I haven't signed nothing, so therefore Being unaware of this contract invalidates it.
Well, we could always do things the hard way.
What is it?
Who's to say? Something may, happen to your friends. I mean, you guys are all sleeping on the floor. There's nobody around but me. Something really bad could have happened to them.
True.
And wishes are only going to last so long, Minnow.
Yes, I know.
It was a wish, right? That's what echoes like that, right?
Probably.
If not that, maybe we could make another deal, perhaps. Interested? Lesser deal? And we'll, since you guys are all, in one group, you guys are already in the party, I'm going to make sure that we touch base with them too here.
Well,
but
I'm
offer still
options.
stands. Okay. What if we were to, bring back the buddy that's knocking on my door in the next room over? What if we give him back? Would that be something that be interest you? Be a good guarantee?
Who is it?
Oh, your friend, right outside the tent, right next to the old castle. He's, I believe, he's actually laying right across the threshold. Actually.
Oh, nice. No. Why would I want to bring him back?
Well, we can give his soul back to and place it back into his body, and give him back to you. No fuss, no muss. If you just do us a little bit of a favor.
Nah, it's fine.
I see.
I mean, why tempt me with something I want?
Well, what do you want? What do you desire?
I have everything I could possibly want. What could you possibly offer me?
Well, it's not necessarily what I can do for you. It's more so about what I could take away if you just don't help me do this little tiny one-time thing. Be over in 10 seconds. I want you to kill somebody for me, Minnow. Is that something that you could do? And then we'll just pretend like none of this ever happened. Your friend comes back. We part ways. No fuss, no muss. You can wash your hands of it
myself. And
walk away. What would you say?
I can deal with my friend myself. I don't need your help for that. You're not offering me something. If you want me to kill somebody, fine, tell me who it is and give me a reason. If there's a good enough reason, then I will just say that you owe me whatever I want. Because if I can find a good enough reason, then why wouldn't I do it anyway?
So you're looking for a wish. Am I understanding that correctly?
I don't need a wish. I've got a wish.
So it was a wish. Okay.
Everybody wishes. A small boy can wish. Wishes aren't fishes, and they don't feed you.
But you just said that you made the wish, and you already have all the wishes that you need.
I said I have. I said I have all the wishes I could want. Okay. Because people wish for everything. I don't know a single person who doesn't wish for something.
Well, I know exactly who I want, and my compass tells me it's you. So.
You're not saying who I have to kill.
Well, I'd like you to kill Grifto McBag. Just quick kill. Be done with it. He sniffs you again here. He says you've obviously had access to him, and it would be a quick errand. You could pull it off in an afternoon, perhaps.
Such a challenge is not going to be as easy as you think.
Oh, indulge me.
When you are hunting a prey, you are hunting on their ground. You must bring the prey out of their environment. Hunt on your ground.
Oh,
and what are the chances
so
of him? What are the chances of him leaving the plane of mischief, where he has the ultimate power?
That is
true. If you killed him in the plane of mischief, he wouldn't even die.
That is true. 100% true.
So what you're asking isn't going to work.
Well, you see, my friend, can I call you my friend? I feel that we're already there here. I'd shake your hand if I wasn't so far across this table. But we have a solution to that, and we figured that being the wizened minotaur that you are, we can give you a tool to help you out with your quest. Mm-hmm. You see, there's a dagger that was created a very long time ago, and it was hidden away, and we came to acquire it. However, we can't necessarily open the box yet, but we're very close.
You want me to open the box?
No. See, the box is what just holds it. That should be easy enough. Here we have access to it. At least we will very, very soon. What I'd like you to do is to take the contents out, and that's essentially the tool. You see, it's a dagger, you see, that has the ability to kill gods. It will nullify the rules of the plane of mischief and So long as you plunge it directly into the individual. Mr. Forgot his name as a DM. Damn it, no!
Grifto.
Grifto McBeg. Extinguishing his force, it will do exactly what we need it to, and we'll get what we need. And thusly, you will get whatever you want.
I have whatever I want. Don't need much.
Well, I'm in the neighborhood of whatever you need, so what do you say?
I'm interested in the dagger.
Oh, you want the dagger?
I mean, if I can't do anything without it.
Well, of course. We have the exact location, and we'll have the access very soon.
Are you going to bring it to me? Or am I going to have to go and find it?
Unfortunately, it's in the permanent residence of my boss, unfortunately. And he's quite close to the chest, I guess you could say, with it. In fact, it's really the only thing holding him back from from being destroyed himself in his weakened state here. So, any assistance that I can be to you with my wealth of access, that you guys should have no problems going where we need you to go. Thoughts?
I've got no qualms with removing Grifto.
Oh, fair enough. Then name your terms. What is it that you would like in exchange?
You.
You want me?
If you are that committed to the cause, is it worth your life as well?
I'm merely the individual making all the right moves to keep you safe.
Well,
We just have a simple contract that says you get what you want, I get what I need, and we part ways. Wash our hands of it.
and you forego these millions of souls.
I can make arrangements with my associates who are still looking for you, and make sure that they have an understanding that it's being taken care of, and I can make sure that my boss knows that it's being taken care of, and we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, you do that, and then
Water underneath the bridge, I guess is what they say, right? Right. So what do you say? Good terms?
we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't have the dagger, do I?
Not yet. But with our
And
agreement...
you say that it's holding the life force of your boss, so you're going to have to kill your boss in order to get it.
Well, it's more of a deterrent. Think of it as his his ultimate dagger to kill anybody. Nobody would stand against him without it. Even in his weakened state, they don't dare cross his threshold. So just temporarily, we'll have you borrow it, get rid of Grifto, and you can off my boss himself, or you could just go ahead and return it. I'm sure that there's probably will be a reward out for it if it is discovered to be missing. We can get you in and out with no problems. Believe me, we can. You'll have top tier clearance to get access.
Well, dagger that can slay even a god.
Grifto,
I ain't giving
specifically.
I ain't giving that back. Grifto's a god, pretty much, isn't he? I mean, or master of his domain.
He has a lot of names.
You did say the dagger could slay gods.
Correct.
So I don't want to. If I get that, I'm not going to want to give it back.
What you do with the dagger afterwards is it's not my problem. In fact, you can keep it should you slay Grifto. Fair?
And what of the rest of his family? Are they going to come after me? Are they going to give me these ultimatums?
Well, we can't find Narek. We don't know where he's at. He's not in any of the planes. What have you done with him?
I didn't do anything to him.
Well, do you know his current whereabouts? Either on this plane or another?
No.
Fair. Well...
No idea. I mean, I only learnt the name a short while ago.
Fair enough. So we're in agreement. You keep the dagger for safe passage, and do with the dagger what you wish. You have safe passage to get the dagger, and you kill Grifto with it. And you keep the knife. Easy peasy. Are we in agreement?
I have no qualms with killing him.
Alrighty. So we have a deal.
Didn't say we have a deal. I just said I've got no qualms with killing him.
So you do it for free then?
No.
Then what are you saying?
I do it. An open-ended contract. I get whatever I want for eternity from you. Because otherwise, what's to stop you coming back asking for more and more and more?
The terms would dictate that we sever ties, not to be discussed again, or anything along those lines?
What of these other people who you say would be wanting to contact me? What are they going to offer me?
Well, they will, as part of our terms, I will make sure that the other individuals, my other associates that are looking for you guys there, they will go away. They will avoid any type of contact.
So you're saying that everyone else that is looking for me will work for you?
Not necessarily. More of an associate in an office, I guess you could say.
What is this office?
It's an office, mostly in the Nine Hells, mostly as its headquarters, but nothing out of the ordinary. Just working for the big guy, you know.
The big guy with the dagger.
Correct.
Who you suggested that I should kill.
No, oh no, you can leave him alive. That's it, or you can kill him once you have the knife. It's up to you, honestly. And honestly, you'd be doing me a favor. Just not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could, off Grifto with it, 2 birds, 1 stone, that'd work too. But it would be in writing. So once you have the dagger, the choice is yours. Although Grifto is a requirement.
Currently, you have nothing in writing from me.
Well, I can. Put all that into a contract, as we've discussed and discussed terms. What do you say, Minnow?
I have no reason to. I mean, I have no qualms with Grifto. No qualms with killing him. Last time we met was not on the best of terms, but...
With Grifto? How so? Do you owe him a debt as well?
No, he was just unkind. Maybe he had his reasons, but he was just unkind.
I see.
Maybe I should wait for more offers to be on the table, though.
My associates are not as discussion-y as I am. See, Minnow, I'm looking to move up in the world, as it were. And I do need a leg up, and killing Grifto would really help me a lot. And if you could off, my boss, then that would work too. It would make the transition a heck of a lot, simpler. Either, okay. and you get to keep the weapon, which is yours to keep. And if you don't mind, we'll leave that blank check open for you.
I have to say it's tempting. But what do you gain from this? Why Grifter?
Well, he needs to be out of the way when I acquire my boss's position. Like I said, I'm looking to move up. Is that are you getting what I'm laying down, Minnow?
Kind of.
Are we in agreement? Oh, and I forgot. You'll never hear from us again. Fair enough. No strings attached.
There's always strings.
There's never strings. If it's in the terms, then there's no strings. Once the contract is completed, you and I have no reason to ever be in contact again, unless you want to make another deal, of course. We can always negotiate something, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, it would be a bit cruel to drag the rest of the group around on this without consulting them first. Maybe I should discuss it with the others.
Well, I'd like to go ahead and keep this contract just between you and me. Actually, it's not. This is not extended out to them, unfortunately. There's a bit of an NDA issue we need to discuss as well.
Oh, right, I see.
Keeping things in the download, of course. We don't want to go out and announce, that we've entered into contract. That would be silly, right?
Well,
do you need a day, perhaps? A full day to decide? Would that maybe help?
Maybe.
Fair enough.
It's one of those things that how would I explain this situation to others, and if I were to go, hey, I've just got a mission that we need to do, it's not gonna, yeah.
So is that a firm no then, Minnow, or you just need a little bit more time to decide? I am a busy man, and time grows short to get in on a really sweet deal.
This is true. Or you could just simply take 10 million souls from wherever you like in the world.
Well, in that case,
why involve me?
Well, it's because outside of our deal for the dagger and to extinguish the 2 individuals on the playing field, those souls would be yours to provide still, and I would basically turn my associates onto yourself and your precious little teammates. Like I said, I'm willing to negotiate, and I believe that I'm very forgiving and very gracious and very giving. We can't come to terms. I just happen to have a little bit of a deal on the side with you. That's all that we're asking.
Well, I'm sure there's some hidden clause and caveat in there, which is going to bite me.
All the loot you could possibly imagine is, where we need to go. In the 9 hells.
There's bound to be something in that tricks me.
No, we provide access there. It's perfectly fine. Well, here, look, I got pretty good terms with the boatman, right? Because you're going to have to cross the Styx eventually, right? You can put two gold pieces on his eyes, or give him 2 gold pieces, or you can just go ahead and wave this to him. And he pulls out something out of his breast pocket, which is a small little token that is basically free admittance into, basically to get past the boatman, 1 boat full, no questions asked.
So you're saying I need to go to hell?
Well, that's where the 9 hells are. That's where the dagger is.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
I thought you were bringing me the dagger.
Oh, no. See, I can only provide access. I can't get my hands necessarily dirty and be held liable to be able to move up. I need to make things as seamless as possible on my end to catch my drift.
So you're inviting me, pardon the pun,
and once I move up in the world, then you'll be able to go as well. Everybody will leave you alone. No fuss, no muss. You'll be fine.
So you're trapping me in hell until you get a promotion, which when I'm in hell, the contract will be null and void.
No, none whatsoever. The contract stands.
I just don't like the idea of you trapping me in hell. I mean,
maybe we sweeten the pot a bit.
I'll make it worse.
What if we give you a second token, perhaps? What can you compromise with? Tell me, Minnow. What can we? How can we make this work?
Guaranteed in and out.
Guarantee in and out. All right. What if we were to sweeten the pot and maybe give you a second coin? For the return trip home.
That would have had to have been guaranteed.
So he's gonna sit there. Come on, Minnow. What can we do here to work together to get you in, get you out? You already have the access. You already got your ticket in. Why don't we sweeten the pot? And he pulls out that second token out of his breast pocket to get you right back out. Just a boat ride.
The whole crew.
Whole boat ride. Yep.
And if we go in, raising hell, literally, you aren't going to want us back.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I'm a bit hard of hearing.
You're not going to want us back in hell.
Oh,
ever.
No. Once we part ties, I will ask you to leave my domain. Oh, absolutely. That's a given. And I would ask that you take the knife with you.
Well, what happens after Grifto meets his match? What does that do for you? What does it stop?
That's of no concern. It's just a quick death. No need to be concerned with details, of course.
Well, I do have a grudge against him.
Ah, there you go. There's something to use. Absolutely.
It's going to be hard to get close because you'll know I have a grudge.
Oh, no. You should be fine. You'll be fine. The access... Here. He takes off a ring from his right hand that's actually over the top of this white glove, and he says, here, this will take care of any of your needs that get you up to the throne. And he slides across a gold signet ring that has his stamp on it. Or pardon me, it has his boss's stamp on it. That would be my boss. So that'll get you through any of the other planes of hell here. It'll get you right up into the main gates, main palace. Get you into some of the more sneakier bits. It's good for some of the passages even too through some of the castle, which you'll be using to get into the into the place in the first place.
Sneak in, get a dagger.
Sneaking in,
maybe kill the guy.
Yeah.
Sneaking out. It'll be difficult to get out because the signet ring won't work because boss will be dead.
Well, by default, I will be replacing him.
And you'll be dead.
Why, I will not be dead whatsoever. Once you kill my boss, then you'll leave because you still have to kill Grifto.
True.
So does that help? Ring in, ring out, passes for the boatman.
Seems pretty good.
Does that work for you?
Barring any extra rules that I haven't seen.
Everything we've discussed, everything that we've talked about. Why don't you tell me?
None of that weird small print stuff that people do.
Oh, no, none whatsoever. Print just exactly the way the contract's written.
No,
And better yet, why don't you tell me what the terms of the contract are, and then if I have any type of issues, we can come to terms and compromise there as well.
What if I say I want to replace your boss?
Well, you're gonna have to definitely do Grifto in first. In that case. Oh goodness.
And what if I tell Grifto about this deal? If I say, yeah, I'll take the dagger, I go to Grifto and say, hey, I got this sweet deal on you.
I suppose you could do
and
that
he gives
too.
me a better deal. I mean, if he's so important, if he's such a threat to you...
Well, he's obviously already
maybe...
got the existing contract with you. I'm going to wager a bet he's going to leverage that if you should not return to him. And he leans across the table with a fork, perhaps, and he leans
the fork
back.
himself. I don't know much about the fork.
I see. So are we in agreement?
Well, I may renege on the deal, but it seems okay so far.
You may renege on the deal. I don't understand. This will be carried out, sir. That's what you're agreeing to. No fuss, no muss. We part ways, no strings attached.
Yeah, and I may. I've got no reason to keep Grifto alive. It doesn't mean anything to me. So I don't see a problem with it so far. But it's just strange that you are so insistent.
I'm here to negotiate and make sure that we come out of this out of this meeting here both satisfied with what we're going to get.
Well, you leaving me alone's pretty good, especially if you're basically going to be ending up running hell. That means I'm never going to hell.
That's right. I would never want you to be there.
And that means I can really go off the rails.
You could stay in the material plane, but definitely we wouldn't allow you back into the 9 hells, of course. Is that something that maybe we could negotiate with?
Probably.
Upon my crowning, that you would no longer be bothered by the shell of your mortal coil, that you would be undying.
You mean undead?
Tomato. I mean, there are, some type of compromises that you have to compromise on, unfortunately. You would still be yourself.
And therefore, undead being under your control? No.
No, I'd be in the 9 hells. You would be in the prime material plane, and we part paths.
As an undead minotaur, I'm hunted enough as a minotaur.
I'm just saying is that
a live one sounds better to me.
What I'm asking is to be part of the terms is that you kill Grifto and my immediate boss, and you would be granted the ability to never die, with it being in your current state versus undead. How would that work?
It is tempting.
What helps you get across that finish line, Minnow? What can we do for you?
Well, I own everything I could possibly wish to own. Got a lot of admin.
Well, what do men or minotaurs, in this case here, that have great power always want? More power, right?
No. Just an administration crew to help run it. Well, I don't like the idea of not ever being wanted to be summoned to hell for my deeds. I like that. But it shouldn't stop me ever going for a holiday. Maybe meet up, have a coffee sometime.
We probably could, absolutely. We could absolutely have a cup of coffee. A little bit of little bit of sugar, maybe a little bit of creamer, perhaps.
He's trying to sweeten the deal now.
Oh, we can have a full breakfast in hell. There's no telling what we could have our chefs prepare. I mean, they all were sinning chefs.
Good.
So
and so free pass in and out whenever I like.
There we go. And our lunch.
We seem to have a decent business deal then.
Wonderful.
You get off my back. I get visitation. I get rid of Grifto, who annoyed me and turned me into a fish.
Oh yes, of course. What a terrible thing to have happen to you. I can only imagine what the scales getting dry without lubrication or lotion must be like. Ugh. Your elbows must be so itchy. Do a fish have elbows? Maybe that's another question for another time. So, do we have a deal? And he pulls off his white glove, which extends out, which reveals long, red, knuckly fingers with black nails, red pigmented hand in his tuxedo, as if to shake your hand.
Minnow reaches out a hand and then stops. This dagger will retain its ability as a god killer?
Oh, of course, that's its purpose. It can kill a
It's
god.
not a one-use. It's not a one-use trick pony kind of never kill anything else again kind of thing.
Oh, it'll definitely kill gods. Oh my goodness, for days.
And are you going to come back to me later and say, "Hey, you know that guy upstairs? Could you get rid of him?"
Well, that's
You know?
what I'm asking for, is both my boss and for Grifto.
You're saying Grifto is God, upstairs God.
He is a god, most certainly.
You're going to ask me to knock them all off one at a time.
Oh,
Till
no,
everyone
just the
left.
two. This contract is only for Grifto as a guaranteed kill, and my boss.
Seems fair then.
And in return, you get to keep the dagger, and we cut ties.
Sounds fair.
He eyes his hand again with that's outstretched across the table.
Yeah, Minnow goes for it because he's stupid. He goes for it.
Okay,
Minnow reaches across the table and
okay,
as he
and
reaches out and grabs the hand, he goes to grab it initially with one hand, and then reaches with the other hand and grabs the back of the hand, turns it over, look in the palm. What does he see?
he looks in. So you're looking in your palm after the handshake.
No. Before the handshake, he
Oh, you're
reaches
looking
over with his right hand.
You're looking
with his right
in his hand.
Yes, he reaches towards him with the right hand, and
Okay.
then reaches out with the left hand and grabs the back of the guy's hand and turns it over to show the palm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do make you roll an investigation check here at advantage, because I didn't expect this. This is a good. Wait a second here.
Well, that's the whole point. He doesn't expect it. Okay. Minnow. Investigation at advantage. Okay. So, yeah, 2 and a 14. With advantage, it's a 14.
The symbol that you see on his palm is a series of triangles with three triangles in the center, all with a small space, creating kind of like the where the lights were with the Back to the Future time machine device, whatever it was called. What was it called again? The flux capacitor. Looks like a flux capacitor where the non-lit parts are black inside another triangle with one of the black triangles in the center is hollow.
Okay.
That's also, we'll say that this is also the ring that he gave you as well, to basically that he will give you for access.
Okay, this ring is...
That ensures access. But that is that's the same symbol that's in his hand.
Okay, as in his hand, as in branded into the hand?
Correct.
Ooh, okay. So I noticed the hole in it. I'm a little cautious of that symbol. I will just touch fingers to fingers. Rather than the whole palm, it'd be like the length of my fingers overlapping the length of his fingers kind of thing, and just curl his fingers into my hand, and so that'll do as a shake. And see how he reacts to that. I'm cautious of this.
So you're going to be touching
Branding.
the tips of the fingers to his hand?
Yeah, I'm touching the tips of my fingers to his fingers, and then holding his fingers, rather than holding the whole hand. You know, like a polite royal shake,
like a curtsy type of shake. So okay,
yes.
so it's a fancy
it's
a fancy shake. Okay.
Yes, but yeah, he's going for it. But yeah, it's going to be fingers to fingers rather than palms to palms.
Wonderful. You see a pen that extends out with this contract from his breast pocket that basically writes in cursive which you assume is your name there, and it says, "Oh, perfect, it's done. We have our terms, and we'll be in touch if you fail us."
Things get bad though, so just keep that in mind. But we're good to go. We're good to go. We'll be in touch.
Good morning, Minnow.
And you, with a snap, you wake up in a cold sweat, and it's morning. The sky is nice and pink out. It's a very peachy color.
Cool. I have a ring.
And you have a ring and 2 tokens, 1 in, 1 out.
I look around for a dagger.
There is no dagger other than one that might be on your belt.
Yep, I do have a dagger on my belt.
Then you have a dagger on your belt. But it's not the dagger which is in the Nine Hells.
Fair enough. I just look over my dagger and I think about it. And be like, okay. This will be interesting to explain to everybody why we've got to go on a trip to hell. So I've got to add another ring to my inventory. I've already got a signet ring.
Oh, yeah? What's on it?
Yeah. I don't know. It came with my starter gear.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
So I've no idea what's on it. It's probably my tribe.
Right.
Yeah,
when you get a moment,
ring
could you send me what that looks like? The symbol of your tribe?
Looks like a vagina. No, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'll have to think of, yeah. Symbol of my tribe. The symbol of my people.
Anyway.
No, I don't know. It's probably a penis. Probably a cow's penis. Yeah.
Anywho, since we're still recording here, and that'll be the episode. Oh my god.
Sorry.
We'll call it there, guys. Here, I hope you guys like this new format here that we're going to be getting out there, and then we'll go ahead and introduce those other episodes that we have out there from the archive. Those will get posted here as well at some point here. So, thanks for joining us here, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye, JD. Bye. Say bye.
Yeah.
Bye.